What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Today we're going to be checking out an interesting new shotgun that's been added into Destiny. The Trachinus is a new Stasis Shotgun that's been made available through Heavy Metal, and this is an absolute mint. It's got some incredible combinations of perks that's going to let this weapon excel in a lot of ways. And in today's video, we're going to talk about why you need to jump into Heavy Metal and get this new shotgun, and what the best combination of perks are going to be. Before we get started, if you do end up enjoying the video and find it helpful, then please be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Bungie's flipped the paradigm on a lot of weapon types lately, and the Trachinus is no different. It has a rapid fire frame, and it's the first slug shotgun to have that, as all the other slug shotguns feature a pinpoint frame. It has a base rate of fire of 90 rounds per minute, whereas pinpoint frames come in at 65. And I say base because we do have ways of increasing this weapon's rate of fire, increasing it to as much as 140 rounds per minute, which is something that no other shotgun can do. And that would put the Trachinus at the same rate of fire as shotguns like Until It's Returned and Perfect Paradox, and that's going to provide some unique advantages, especially when it comes to this weapon's damage output. When it comes to base performance, for the most part, it's going to feel like a slug shotgun, but it's much more responsive, and it has a bit more recoil, but it's remarkably accurate, and one of my favorite benefits is that you'll move faster when it's equipped. It doesn't have quite as much range as a pinpoint frame, but it does feature barrel options like hammer forged or corkscrew rifling, and you can always hold out for a ranged masterwork, which would give you plus 10 range right off the bat, but I would prefer to see a reload masterwork, and we'll talk about why here soon. The Trachinus offers several great magazine options, like accurized rounds and appended mag, but it also offers assault mag, and this is where we have the opportunity to increase this weapon's rate of fire. This increases our rate of fire by 50 points, so it bumps us up to 140 rounds per minute. This doesn't change the damage of our shots, it just lets us get them out faster, and in Destiny, that can be a game changer, especially when it comes to damage phases, where you have a very small window of time to deal damage. And if you were incorporating a loadout that featured traits like bait and switch or elemental honing, then you would want to get those shots off as fast as you can. This weapon features two different origin traits, including Tenacity and Vice Stinger, and there's situations where both of these are able to excel. Tenacity builds up a stacking bonus in damage as you defeat enemies. On paper, that claims to max out at 10%, and with most primary weapons, that does seem to be the case, but for a lot of special and heavy weapons, this seems to be inconsistent, and it provides less of a bonus. But then Vice Stinger periodically refills your magazine. As you continue to land hits, this weapon will have a chance to refill 25% of the magazine, and you have a base amount of 7 in the mag, which means when this activates, it'll transfer 2 rounds directly from the magazine. This is the first shotgun to feature Vice Stinger, but it should follow the same lineage as bows, linear fusion rifles, and snipers, so the chance of Vice Stinger activating is around 10% with each shot. But there's a 7-second cooldown before it's able to trigger again. So unless you're able to circumvent reloading in other ways, you're only going to be able to get this to activate once per magazine. When it comes to third and fourth column traits, we have quite a few standout combinations. For something more focused around ad clear and champion duty, you might want to consider going for Chill Clip or Headstone with either Rhyme Stealer or Lead from Gold. But if you're focused on damage output, then it's going to be Rapid Hit with Precision Instrument. Rapid Hit provides as much as a 60-point increase to our reload speed, which will stay active for about 2/3 of our reload animation. So if we had a reload masterwork to add to that, we'd be able to max out this weapon's reload stat. And with Precision Instrument, we would give ourselves a stacking bonus in damage, which starts out as a 5% increase with the enhanced version, and as we land consecutive precision shots, we'll build that up to 30%. With this weapon having a base of 7 in the mag, we would reach the peak of that damage bonus on shot number 6, giving us at least 2 shots at maximum damage. But if Vice Stinger were to kick in, we would have that on as many as 4 shots. But this bonus resets when reloading the weapon, so to gain the maximum benefit of Precision Instrument, you would need to incorporate fragments like Facet of Command, Whisper of Impetus, Echo of Domineering, or Threat of Ascent. That way you have a means of automatically reloading this weapon. But there's also the Temporal Loader Volatile Weapon mod. This reloads a portion of your magazine when inflicting damage onto a slowed, frozen, or suspended enemy, but as beneficial as that is, it does still get left in the shadows because of Temporal Blast, which will build up an explosive shot that deals out a significant amount of bonus damage. It'll take 4 shots to build up that charge, but this continues to be a great source of extra damage for any newer weapon. So for the perfect Trachinus damage setup, you'll want to hold out for Precision Instrument, Rapid Hit, Assault Mag, Vice Stinger, and a Reload Masterwork. The Trachinus is only available when heavy metal is, so you've got a couple more days to get this before it's gone. And not only can you get this as a tier 5 option, but it can even drop with special holofoil versions. So if you were looking for a solid shotgun to use here in Edge of Fate, look no further than the Trachinus. With that said, I'd love to hear your thoughts about this new shotgun. Will it be a weapon that you farm for, or are you going to let this one pass by? Let us know down in the comments. Thank you as always for checking out the video. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then please be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated, and both really do help support the channel, and so does being a member. So a big shout out and thank you to all of our channel members. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.